It is Friday, February 11th of 2022. And you know, the day comes for almost all of us. And I'm going to talk about that, assuming these cars will get going forward, today on Guy's Daily Drive. Bam! And welcome everyone to Guy's Daily Drive. Thank you all so very, very much for being here, and thank you, Martin, for tuning in live. If you keep an eye on Facebook between 7:45 and 8:30 on Monday and Fridays, I'll usually pop up there somewhere, and I'll be doing Guy's Daily Drive live. I still haven't edited the Monday show, and I know there's various reasons as to why, mostly because I either don't think about it, or when I think about it I'm not in front of the computer or something along those lines. Things like this happen, but I will get that show and this show out. Honestly, it doesn't take that long to edit the video, and then the audio part of it is really easy. I just drop that into Audio Converter Pro, I think is what it's called. It's a Mac app over there on the Mac App Store, and it does a fine job of converting MP4-ish video into an audio format of your choice, and there's lots of choices that it has. I usually just go straight to MP3 because that's the easiest thing to do, and I don't have to do anything else. And who has extra time these days? Not this guy. Speaking of time, I am 61 years old. I never try to hide the fact of, or hide how old I am, or anything along those lines, because I kind of look at it like, what's the point? If I use my real name, so if you had any reason to want to find out how old I am, it's all a matter of public record, so what difference does it really make? And I am more hung up on being bald, quite honestly, than I am on getting older. The consequence of not getting older, if you know what I mean, is worse than getting older itself, up to a certain point. So I don't really, the fact that I'm 30, 40, 50, 60, whatever, has never really bothered me. Now, sometimes on my birthdays, on significant birthdays, like the O birthdays, the 30 or 40, or even really the 35 or 45s, those will tweak me. Those will task me. But for the most part, it's just an age, and you do what you can to stay young in both mind and body, and beyond that, there's not much really else you can do about it. So hold on, gotta switch lanes. There we go. I'm the youngest of 6 kids, and the family dynamic, I'm sure I've talked about it here on the show before. I'm basically an only child with 5 brothers and sisters. Both my parents were married before, and my father had 2 children, my mother had 3 children, and both of their respective spouses passed away in the 50s. They met in Fort Lauderdale, got married, and had me. more or less in that order, more or less. And because of the odd nature of my family dynamic, and it's not odd for them, it's really pretty much just odd for me, as far as age goes, because I have a brother who is 23 years older than I am, and I have a sister who is 28 years older than I am, and that was what I was going to talk about today. My sister Jan, I haven't seen her, and she doesn't live far. She's also here in Northern Virginia. But since all this COVID stuff started, I hadn't seen her, and to my regret, even before COVID started, it had been a while since I'd gone over to see her. And the usual excuses of work and kids, and family, and the responsibilities of day-to-day life. You can throw those out there, but a lot of times it just comes down to you don't always think about it. You don't always consider, unless there's something going on right in front of you that has to be dealt with. And so I hadn't seen Jan in quite some time. Her husband had passed away, my brother-in-law, and things, and the problem with when you wait to stay in touch with people that you know and love, and it becomes a longer and longer wait, it can be awkward. It can be very awkward to get back in touch with them. And she had been on my mind quite a bit. Our brother and his wife had gone to see her in January last month, and I was kind of hoping to go then, but circumstances that I won't go into here kind of meant that I couldn't. But another brother who lives in Maryland had decided that he was going to go see her, and he called me. And I thought, well, you know what? No more excuses. No more putting it aside. No more coming up with some reason as to, why it's not a good idea. And it's like, just go see your sister. Don't be a jerk. So we met up, and we went in to see my sister Jan. And she's going to be 90 very, very soon. And I wasn't sure what to expect, because I hadn't seen her in a while, and I know that she'd had some problems. However, she was in a really good mood. She was physically, for someone who is nearly 90 years old, pretty good. And it kind of did bring home, though, and it's part of the reason why I'm talking about it today, is that, you don't really know how things are going to work out for you, physically, mentally, emotionally, as time goes on. And I'm so glad that I went to see her, and I so wish that I hadn't waited so long. COVID, of course, has made things difficult. So for 2 years, that's been, and it's not that it's a bad reason, but it's like the main reason why all of us hadn't really gotten together before now. Hopefully, relatively soon, a lot of the COVID restrictions will go away, and while back to normal will probably take a while. It'll be good to at least have options, and people can make up their own minds on the risks and rewards of travel and being in close proximity to other people. But I want to see my brothers and sisters again. Before it becomes too late. Hold the people that are in your life and have played significant parts of your life. Hold them close. Talk to them, see them when you can. And don't let anything stand in your way. Don't use stupid excuses as a reason to not see the people that have played a very significant part in your life or in my life. And do that. Just damn the consequences, assuming that it's not going to actually physically hurt someone. Like, if you have COVID, don't go see them. If they have COVID, don't go see them. Mask up, get your shots, whatever it is you got to do to see the people that matter in your life. Do that. All right. If you would like to email me, my email addresses are guy@mymac.com and podcast@vertshark.com. vertshark.com is the website that you can go to see all of the audios and all of the videos. They're all there, every single one of them. VertShark is the YouTube channel where you can like, share, subscribe. Oh, pull it back, like, share, subscribe. So easy. I don't know why more people haven't done it. I don't really have that many subscribers. I guess I don't push on getting new subscribers all that hard, and I probably should. But, I do these things not only to entertain others, but also it's kind of therapeutic for me as well. So yeah, there's that. The Twitter addresses are MacParrot and VertShark. So if you go over to Twitter, you can subscribe to either one of those, and that'll have my stuff on it on occasion. Those are all my thoughts. No bots. No bots, please. For better or worse, that's the stuff I talk about. The My Mac podcast is another way that you can kind of... Whoa, dude. What are you doing? Holy crap. Someone just almost pulled in front of me while I'm going 45 miles an hour. And they were staring right at my car. Oh my God. See? Driving, job one. I do this show, but I pay attention to what's going on around me. Holy crap. So many dumb people. I'm all flustered now. I don't even remember where I was. The MyMac.com podcast. You can catch that there. As well as the show I was going to be on last night. But went and visited my sister instead, which is Dave Ginsburg's In Touch with iOS. So check that show out. That's always fun. I hope to be on. I should be on next week. I can't think of anything else that would prevent me from being on Dave's show next week. He'd asked me, and I was going to go this week, but then the thing with my sister came up. God, what else? Oh, if you want to help support the things that I do in relation to Guy's Daily Drive and all the rest of that, go on over to Patreon, patreon.com/MacParrot. I helped somebody through email on a audio thing, and that involved loopback, so it was starting to get complicated. But he did solve it on his own, but he was appreciative of the time that I'd spent, and so he bought me a coffee, and you can do the same. Go to coffee, ko-fi.com, and look up Mac Parrot, patreon.com/Mac Parrot, as well as you can pay a pal at paypal.me/Mac Parrot. Wow, so many crazy things going on this morning. But that is, I swear, that is going to do it for today on Guy's Daily Drive. Thank you also very much for joining me right here. And I hope to see you next time right here on Guy's Daily Drive. Bye-bye.